So what's up, y'all? Thanks for checking out BeachBumLivin. On this project, I'm going to show you how I turn this into this. The first thing I did was I had found this amazing piece of driftwood. I had brought it home, cleaned it up, scrubbed it, sprayed it, did all that kind of stuff, made sure nothing was gonna fall off or anything that was funky on it, you know, nothing like that. And I've been letting it dry for quite a while. I want some kind of fish, which I love tarpon, so I want it to look like a tarpon. It's gonna look like a scrap wood kind of art piece, hopefully. So the first thing I needed to figure out was how was I going to make this tarpon come out of the driftwood. I didn't want it to come in just straight vertical. I kind of wanted it to come out, so if here's the driftwood, I wanted it to be like a 45-degree angle coming out. And what I was envisioning was having some kind of centerpiece that went and penetrated the driftwood so that it was, you know, it stayed sturdy. And then with this single piece coming out, I could build around it with all the scrap wood just by attaching it with nails or glue or even some of this wire that I have.
And boom, that's how you do that.
Alright, so this inside portion is done, and what it essentially ended up being was just the skeleton of the fish. It's just here to support this other wood that I'm about to attach to the outside of it. Alright, so I got most of the body of the fish done. Before I start doing the top and the bottom, I'm going to do the face or the head. Alright, so I'm done assembling the fish. So the last thing I want to do is put some sort of finish on it. I was having a hard time deciding on how I wanted to finish things up because I so badly wanted to put some sort of paint on it. But then also I was really afraid of messing it up. So I looked into things, found this boiled linseed oil. I've never used it before, and I posted on Facebook asking people what they thought. Should I, how should I finish this off? Should I paint it? Should I use the oil? And 99% of them said yes, use the oil, because I think just people like the really natural look of it. And I think it looks neat because it has kind of some multi-tone colors of different wood from the scrap wood that I use. So I just think it will look real natural. And I think it kind of goes with also the naturalness of the driftwood. So what I plan on doing is I'm going to use the oil on the fish. For the driftwood, I want to use this satin spray lacquer. I don't want any kind of sheen on it, so I just went with satin. So I want it to look as natural as possible, and I do want to seal it, and then I think it'll help with preserving the wood as far as it getting crumbly or breaking, or kind of harden it up a little bit. And then once I apply the oil on the fish, I'm going to finish that up with this high gloss spray lacquer on that, which will give it a really kind of wet and shiny look, which I think it'll look neat having the contrast between wet and shiny and then the natural driftwood. So I think it's going to look cool, so I'm going to go ahead and get started on that. So I'm done applying the linseed oil, and something I didn't even think about or consider was that the wood filler that I used really shows up because it wasn't a stain or anything that I applied, so it just shows its true color, that gray color. So to fix that, I'm just using a brown stain and a small little painter's brush and just kind of going over where the wood filler is and then just kind of blending it in so it looks pretty subtle. Alright guys, so that's it. I really hope you enjoyed that project. If you did, please just share it on your social media sites and just get the word out about BeachBumLivin. It really helps me out. And if you haven't, go over and follow me on Instagram and Facebook. I'd really appreciate that too. I guess until next time, I'll see you guys later.
Okay, that's it. Thanks for watching BeachBumLivin. So, what are you doing?